Hello everyone, here is a beginner tutorial for a tab bar application in Xcode 4. If you go to create a new project and select tab bar application, you'll get the ability to name it. We're going to call it tab bar and save it to the desktop or wherever you want to save your work. And basically what we're making is this here, which is got two tabs down the bottom. We're going to add a third tab in, and it'll be the same process to add a fourth and a fifth, and you can call it whatever you like, and when you switch between the tabs it obviously changes the view that's in front of it. Now the very first step is to open up your Xcode and go File, New, and go New File, and we're going to create a UI View Controller subclass. I'm going to call it, make sure it stays as a subclass of UI View Controller. And to stay in line, we're going to call it Third View Controller and press Save. Now you'll see over here it's just created those three files, and we drag them down just to keep them nice and neat. So we've got a first view controller, second view controller, and a third view controller. So they're going to control our three views. If we go into the main window.xib, that'll load Interface Builder, and we can actually start to organize those views. Click on to open up the side hand bar, the right hand sidebar, and scroll down the bottom and you'll see tab bar item. Once you click on tab bar controller, drag that in, and we've now got three buttons. Now this one here we want to call third, because it's the third tab. You can call it whatever you like. And you could also select an image if you wanted. That would be the image that appeared on that particular tab down the bottom. The next thing you need to do is select tab bar controller, click on third, and where it says nib name, you want to call it third view controller. So that will reference the third view controller.xib and grab the same view for us to look at. So if I click on this now, it's loaded from third view controller, the second one is loaded from second view, and this one here is loaded from first view. So that's grabbing those files and the views you've set out there and making them accessible through the interface builder. The next step is to go to third view controller, and holding down control, click on files owner and drag it across to the actual view until it turns blue, and let go, and then select the view connection, and we've made a connection between the files owner and that particular view. Now press Control Save, Control S or Command S, or File and Save. Now if we go into our first view, we can see that we can delete the text and change it to add it whatever we like. Our second view, we can also do the same thing. I can delete the text there and call it second view. But in our third view, we haven't actually got anything in there. So I'm going to grab some text, drag it in. I'm going to call it third view, just so we know that we actually have managed to change the view. And I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger, size 36, looks good. And there we go. Now we could do whatever we wanted to, change the background color if we so desired. I might just do it just for the sake of it, and we could do that to the first view and all the other views. Make it a different color and change the background for that one. Yep, and we'll just go ahead and save the views. You can do that by clicking on it and going Command S. Now when we press run, it will build our application that has the three tabs at the bottom, and with a bit of luck we'll have our first view, our second view, and our third view. Now you can just repeat that process to add even more tabs, and then you can begin to actually modify what you see under each view. So I hope that's a bit of an introduction to creating a tab-based application for beginning iOS development.